This is the April 17th, 2023 meeting of the Pulaski County Board of Election Commissioners. We have a quorum. We have all commissioners in attendance. I'll call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda would be the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would stand with me, let's face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Second item on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes for the March 9th, 2023 meeting. The commissioners would take a second, and if you haven't already, and just take a look at these minutes, see if you see anything that needs to be revised.
Looks good to me.
I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the March 9th, 2023 meeting.
So moved.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. That brings us to our business agenda, and this is regarding the May 9th, 2023 annual school election for the for the Jacksonville North Pulaski School District. We need to approve the notice of election, and before me and before the commissioners, we have a pro forma of the notice of election. If you would, commissioners, take a look at the notice of election here. Amanda, do you have that text that for the language that their ordinance?
Yes, I can do it.
Would you grab it just so we can look at it and make sure we don't see any issues with the ballot question?
That's the certificate that they filed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on the election law hotline phone number. I don't know the election hotline phone number, but I'm guessing that is accurate.
Yeah, these are form. They just kind of changed. I mean, unless it's changed. I don't know it offhand or anything.
John and Amanda could probably confirm that for us. Okay, that's the language, okay. I'm going to read this language. Just 1 second.
I have a feeling the Google can help me.
What's that?
That number's current with everything I have. I don't think it matters to know if you change or not, the hotline number.
Okay,
That's the only answer I have, so.
Darrell, no, we can transfer your number.
Yeah.
We've been putting on the notice.
let's see.
I don't think it's the same thing. It's on everything that I have.
Okay, I was just looking at the notice of election. I was looking at the citation right in the middle of it to ACA, Title 6-14-102C1B, concerning the election will be conducted by absentee and early voting only, and that's exactly what 6-14-102C1B says. Open no polling places on election day, so the election can be conducted by absentee ballot and early voting only. Now, if you all would let me read the language from the sample ballot and look at this language in the ballot question and see if you see any differences. The total tax rate proposed above includes the in this verse it says 48.3 mil school tax. The total rate proposed above includes the uniform rate of tax, an open parentheses, the quotation mark, statewide uniform rate, close quote, close the parentheses, to be collected on all taxable property in the state and remitted to the state treasurer pursuant to Amendment 74 to the Arkansas Constitution to be used solely for maintenance and operation of schools in the state. As provided in Amendment Number 74, the statewide uniform rate replaces a portion of the existing rate of tax levied by this school district and available for maintenance operation of schools in this district. The total proposed school tax levy of 48.3 mills includes 25.0 mills specifically voted for general maintenance and operation, 0.9 mills voted for dedicated maintenance and operation dedicated specifically for technology purposes, and 22.4 mills voted for debt service previously voted as continuing levy pledged for the retirement of existing bonded indebtedness. The surplus revenues produced each year by debt service millage may be used by the district for other school purposes. The total proposed school tax levy of 48.3 mills represents the same rate presently being collected. Okay, so the ballot question language is correct. I don't see, we've got the dates of the election, May 2nd to May 8th, no weekend voting, hours 8 to 5 p.m., 8 a.m., 5 p.m., the Pulaski County Regional Building and the Jacksonville Community Center. And then we have the absentee ballot information on the notice of election, speaking of when the election officials will begin canvassing. That'll be at 2 p.m. on May 9th here at the Pulaski Regional Building. And if people need information regarding an absentee ballot, voter registration, or voting location, we have that information for them on there for the circuit and county clerk, their website, and their phone number. And then we also have that the unofficial election results will be posted on the Election Commission's website May 9th. And we have our website address and again the clerk's address. And then more information about voter registration deadlines, April 9th for new registrants and out-of-state registrants. And then May 5th to transfer voter registration from another county within the state. And then if anyone would like to view a sample ballot, they can look at the Secretary of State's voter view. Look at voter view on the Secretary of State's website there, www.ar-nova.org. And I always get these confused, / voter view. And the poll, we have the notice that the poll worker appointments are posted for public viewing at the Pulaski County Courthouse 8 days before the first day of early voting, and any objections to the election officials must be in writing to the Pulaski County Board of Election Commissioners here at 501 West Markham Street, Little Rock 72201, or by email at pcec votepulaski.net by May 1st. And at the very bottom here, we have information for the Arkansas Attorney General's Election Law Hotline, phone number 833-995-8683. I don't see any issues with that, and I would entertain a motion to approve the notice of election for the May 9th annual school election for Jacksonville North Pulaski School District.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. That would bring us up to the next part of our business agenda. That would be to certify the logic and accuracy testing for the May 9th annual school election. Amanda, if you'd like to lead us in.
All right, so we did the logic and accuracy testing on April the 10th at 8 o'clock. It didn't take very long to complete. We only had 2 ballot scanners and I think maybe 6 express votes. So here's the official document to sign. Here are the results from the testing.
Okay. Let me take a look at the document, and you want to take a look at those? We'll pass them, we'll just pass these around. Commissioner Rash has the actual results of the testing in front of her, and we're all going to look at that. And I have the actual document that's going to certify the logic and accuracy testing in front of me at this point, and I'm going to review that.
And confirm, y'all didn't have any problems?
No.
Great. Looks like it lasted 38 minutes. 8:38. Okay, I'm good on that.
Can I see the?
Absolutely. Take a look at the test results, and I will look at them in just a second. I need to. Amanda, do you have a copy of the LNA in front of you? I was just saying, it might be helpful if you could make a copy and just go over what we're looking at here.
Right. Okay.
Would you mind doing that? Let's make a quick copy of that and just kind of go through that, just for the benefit of the commissioners.
Okay. Great, then.
Understand? We'll look it over and discuss it where we can all take it piece by piece.
That's fine.
Jody,
Yes, sir.
let me ask you while we're kind of at a lull for just here a second. Did you see my email regarding a couple of little things on the front
Yes,
page?
sir. And I fixed them and sent you a reply
Okay,
within minutes.
I appreciate
So
you. I
it's all-
hadn't had a chance to look through that, but I just thought, you know, you'd want to fix those up. Will that demonstration be held here?
Yes, sir. We
Okay.
always hold the public
Here?
demo here.
Okay.
It's 12 noon Friday.
The 21st, is that right, John?
Yes,
Yeah.
this Friday,
There you go.
Yes.
and that's been published, we will be starting at. And there should be another part of the report.
We have coffee.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is your summary, which sums up all the precinct results. And then that's individual precinct results. We take like for absentee, since we're not doing election day voting, we still have a paper test deck for absentee. So we run a test deck through our DS-450. And those results are under the absentee vote column.
I was gonna say, if you would just kind of start with the front page and kind of walk through it.
Right, so on that front page you have there, that summary page. Yeah, right there.
Do you want to do that?
That has the
No, go ahead.
total.
I'm just listening. I'm gonna want you to take a look. Just
So that has your total of all your early voting and absentee voting. There is nothing under the election day column since we have no election day voting this time. So we did not test any election day DS-200s. So the two DS-200s we did test will be used at early voting, one at each location. And then of course for absentee, we tested the DS-450 for any absentee ballots that we might get in for this election. The test deck that we run through the DS-200 is created on the express vote. So that touchscreen voting machine, they make a ballot 1 for and 1 against for each precinct. It won't let you do an overvote on the express vote, so we do not have any overvotes. So you'll see overvotes for the absentee column because of the paper ballot. It will allow you to fill in 2 overs on that, but the express vote will not, so that's why it's 0 for overvotes. So you have a summary which sums up all your precincts and then each individual precinct that is in Jacksonville, North Pulaski. You'll see the test results for that, and they'll all be exactly the same. 2 ballots.
Did I mess
or
it
2
up
ballots
more?
against.
anything
Is
jump
there
out
any
at you? Any questions about it? Okay, let me take a look. I haven't really looked through it yet.
And then there's another little like Excel spreadsheet with it that has the serial numbers of all the machines that will be deployed for that election and what the seal number is that we seal them up with after testing.
So we cast a total of 30 votes, 4 in early votes and in all absentee votes. And we got 30 correct votes. 4 and 30 correct votes. We did the same thing for the against. We voted 30 against in each early vote and absentee vote. So out of the total, we got exactly what we expected. And we cast 15 under votes and 15 over votes, and as you were saying, the early votes are done on the express vote, which will not let you do that. So we didn't get any overvotes or undervotes, but on the paper ballots, we can physically force that.
And you can undervote on the express vote, it would just be a blank ballot in this case, because there's only one question.
Right.
We didn't we normally don't make a bunch of blank express vote cards.
Gotcha.
But
Seems like a waste of trees.
Yeah.
especially in a big election.
Okay. Did you get a chance to look through this, Commissioner?
Yes,
And
I
so
already
we've-
looked through it and
So
looks-
I think you may have said this already, Amanda, we've got 6 express votes, and we've got those listed. We've got their serial numbers listed, seal numbers listed, and where they will be going. We've got 2 DS200s, we've listed their numbers, their blue seal numbers, and we've listed their county seal numbers and where they will be going on election day.
That is correct.
To go along with our LNA results, I'd entertain a motion to approve the logic and accuracy testing for the May 9th Jacksonville North Pulaski school election.
So moved.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Commissioner, that needs your signature. And we have to do the preparation of the machines, logic and accuracy testing, and public testing under Arkansas Code 7-5-515. And we also have to prepare the electronic vote tabulating devices under 7-5-611, which is what we've done. Next item on the agenda, is anything else on the LNA?
No.
Okay. Next item on the agenda would be the appointment of the early voting and absentee election officials. And ma'am, if you would lead us in, you got a list, okay?
The official list, I emailed you guys the list, the other day. It's the same list, nothing's changed, nobody's dropped out on us. So you have a total of 10 folks that we have appointed. That's 2 absentee clerks and 4 people for each early vote site. That also includes the staff here, and the 3 of you are listed on there. For the alternate list, we have 27 alternates, and those are just our most, not our most reliable, but they are some of our most reliable poll workers that we can pull from that have helped us out in events before.
And every single person on this list has previously served.
Yes,
All right.
most of them for more than I have served. Most of them have worked for way longer than I have even served.
That is one fun thing about the poll workers. They're dedicated.
Okay. I looked over, I have in my hand the certification document, and I don't see any issues with that. If you would, Commissioner, take a look at it.
So I would like just a little bit of discussion.
Oh, sure. We're just looking at things right now, so go ahead. I'm just reading the names. If you want to start, just
I'll get that.
when you want to take a look at the certification document.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
You said there's 27 alternates?
Yes.
So if someone is absent or not able to make it,
We have to pull from the alternate list, yes.
do you go in any specific order? Do you start with A or do you just call it?
It depends on which location needs a fill-in, and we'll call whoever lives closest.
Okay, and that information is
In our database, we have their
in the
address.
database, okay.
So if I may, that list was compiled, because I compiled it for her.
Sure.
It comes from the precincts that they work in, so most of those people are within that precinct normally. So it's close enough that they can still get there in the normal precinct. The other half is, well, like you said, most of our most reliable workers, and they're mostly judges, so they can fill about any position without any additional training or any worry about something that they may not be familiar with.
So, being that, I think you said nothing's changed, so I guess this must be like the usual people that are,
Right, well, I meant nothing's changed since I emailed you the list.
Okay.
The list is still exactly the same.
okay, so no change to the list. Okay, so yes, I just inquired regarding some additional information, so that additional information, we had some communication with via email. So, in lieu of that information, I responded with information that I would like, which would be, you know, having their voter registration or proof of their voter registration, whether they were recommended by the Democrat or Republican Party.
They don't get recommended.
Yeah,
They don't get
They just
recommended.
the designation that they gave.
Okay.
It's whether or not they even have one. Only about
Yeah.
20% of people do at all.
Okay. And then for each primary year, 16, 18, 20, 22, whether each voted in the Democrat, Republican, or Independent selection, or just didn't vote at all.
And one of the things that I've spoken with staff about that I think would be helpful to us, and that we're going to inquire with the vendor of the product that we use to keep, the database product that we use to keep the poll worker information on, is whether they would be able to compile for us how many elections they'd actually worked in, just so we could see if we're looking at a poll chief, that they've got, you know, a number behind them, and when they don't just have one. They just didn't work in one election, and now they're gonna be the chief.
Oh, yeah, I
You know,
know.
poll
Say that
judge,
doesn't-
right?
say I know that doesn't
So we're
happen.
gonna try to.
Only in desperate situations, I would
Right,
imagine.
But we're gonna try to get that information together, and if the vendor can't patch the program for us, then we'll just start compiling it from now on. And so we will have, you know, we'll create our own history, but it'd be nice if, hopefully they'd be able to give us a little way to compile that from the data without, because I think you said it's actually in there. You
Right.
can look at them one by one.
Right.
We just need them
Be able to pull it.
to throw us a little patch, a program patch that would go in there and fetch those and put them together. And then we could have how many they worked in, so that would be helpful.
Very helpful. So it looks like it's just PDF and not Excel.
It can be in Excel. I just
Okay.
PDF it when I email it out,
Okay.
but I can send it to you in Excel if you'd also
Okay.
like it that way.
PDFs for security reasons.
Yep.
So did each of you get a chance to read over the certification document?
I did.
Yep, looks good to me.
I don't see any issues with it. I would entertain a motion to certify the list of poll workers for the May 9th annual school election.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. The,
That will need to be changed since Susan voted no. It says we voted unanimously.
Yes, I voted no. So that document does say unanimous.
yeah, we can strike it, or if you have, if you want to.
I'm comfortable striking it.
Yeah, me too.
Striking is fine.
We'll just strike it, and I am doing so right now.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. All right. Other business?
The only other business we have is, we have been contacted by the West Pulaski Fire District. They are doing a tax increase for their district, wanting to increase their rates. And they were wanting to know about the possibility of us providing them with voting machines to tabulate their ballots.
So-
Yeah, and let me just throw a little lead in here. Amanda made me aware of that, so I could do a little bit of research and just looked up where, you know, who conducts fire districts and where the law is on that. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know either.
just so, yeah, because I did not know, and
That's a fun new thing.
it's comes out of the local under Title 14 under local government.
Okay.
14-284-212 is where an election to assess, increase in assessment on these fire districts is called by the elected board of commissioners of that fire district. And they are to hold it in a designated location, and that would be one that they would designate. And my position on this is not an election that's that we are statutorily responsible for.
Right.
And if they were to use our equipment, we would have to program the election. We would have to have our staff. You know, we are to keep possession of that equipment, and it wouldn't be proper to just turn it over. So we'd have to have our staff there. And to me, just as a risk management situation and decision, I have to encourage the commissioners against that, about providing that.
I wouldn't be comfortable without a very solid written contract for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's.
I mean, and
it's-
possibly like they, you know, come with
Indemnify
them.
you?
Yes, indemnify, I mean, paying the money to pay our staff to be there to run it.
I mean, I
some-
think it's-
something in that arena, but I'm sure that's not in their budget, so.
No, I'm not comfortable necessarily either.
I think we should just.
It's not our purview.
I think we should just decline.
I think
And,
that's fine.
Okay. So if you.
I imagine it'll be a relatively small election.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I mean, so if you would just respectfully decline for us, and
Certainly will.
we'll go from there. Any other business?
That is the only business I have at this point.
Let's see, we've got our next meeting, just so we can make sure we're all going to make our next meeting. That's
It's,
on our minutes here.
May the 9th.
May the 9th.
Yeah, it's
That
not
would
till
be-
the election
That
day
would be, yeah.
So
at 5:15.
Yes.
we have, well, I'll tell you what I have on my calendar. I've got public machine testing on Friday the 21st at 12:00 p.m. at the county building here, open to the public. I have then, you know, Tuesday, May 9th, election night meeting.
Yes, 5:15.
Thursday, May 11th.
Yep, 5:15
And then the 19th.
at 5:15. We like 5:15.
That's right.
That's right.
I
Very
need-
consistent.
Helps get me out the office at a reasonable hour too. Can't complain. What's the deadline to call the special election in August, Amanda? It's coming up.
It's coming up, it's, I believe, the end of May.
Okay.
I think it's the 30th or 31st.
Have we had any contact or any inclination to
Officially
believe?
reached out.
Okay, just curious.
And going back to the upcoming election,
Mm-hmm.
do we know how many absentees have?
So, and it's been mailed out, it's not been returned, so.
Okay, any other business from you, Commissioner Rash?
No, sir?
Commissioner Matter?
No, we're not.
I have none. That being the case, we'll adjourn the meeting.
All right,
Thank you all for coming.
thank you.